Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Dawn Abear, and I'm with Voters East of the Industrial Canal. So I'm so happy that you all decided to be on this particular forum. So if you don't mind, I'd like you to give your full name, your profession, the number of years in the profession, and what seat you are seeking.
My name is Judge Christopher Bruno. I've been practicing law for 32 years. I've been a judge for 11 years. And I'm seeking re-election to my office at Division F, Civil District Court.
Okay. Attorney Andrews?
I'm sorry, this is Jennifer Medley.
Oh, Jennifer Medley. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the name on there.
Right, we have to share our computers now with homeschooling. So that's my daughter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So my name is Jennifer Medley. I've been a practicing attorney going on, October will be 18 years, civil and some criminal litigation. I'm seeking to be elected to the Orleans Parish Civil District Court, seat Division F, as in Frank.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to introduce you to Donna Glapillon, who will be our moderator, and Brandon Gilmore, who's with You're Going to Film Me podcast. So if you don't mind, Brandon, take it over.
Yes. Good night to both. Okay, the first set of questions that I would like Mr. Bruno to answer first, and then we could proceed with Ms. Medley after he answers. And the first question is, why do you think you should continue serving as judge? And do you believe you have exhibited judicial temperament in your tenure as judge?
Well, I should continue as judge because I've done my job. I followed my oath. My docket's up to date. I have the support of lawyers from Morris Bard all the way to Jones Walker, which is a big defense firm in New Orleans. The lawyers respect and appreciate the way I run my docket. My whole philosophy is to save time and cost for lawyers and litigants. And I also like to streamline cases so that jurors who have to appear jury trials do not have to be too long away from their family and jobs. I've innovated ways to lessen the time on everything in my docket, rules, motions. Those are contested matters that I have every Friday of every week, and discovery matters on every Thursday. In addition to my judge title, I'm also chief judge. I was elected by my fellow judges this year, and it adds an administrative duty to my job, which came into play actually in COVID-19. As you know, we had to shut our building down, but immediately the next day I was operating Division F in my house, in my kitchen, continuing my docket, making sure people have access. And I can tell you how I operate. I have, in the midst of the campaign, I haven't continued one matter. I have a trial tomorrow. I have 9 substantive rules, and I have a jury trial Monday, in addition to running for re-election. So have done my job, done it well, and we have gotten the building open for COVID. We made sure all the employees are safe, those entering the building. My number one focus in my job has been access to justice. And the COVID has created a unique problem is how do we get folks in the courthouse, into the building, without having to be there? And that is a lot. We've done that through electronic filing. We're close to getting a full electronic digital filing program in place. Zoom has offered us a great way to allow people to participate in hearings, trials, at their homes, wherever they may be, without having to be exposed to being around too many folks. That has worked remarkably. We are working toward getting protective orders digitized where they can be filed online. As you know, those are complaints, majority of which are made by women who need protection from abuse. And so we've been working hard to get that done, notarizing those forms because we don't have a help desk anymore. So we're trying to do our best to get folks in the courthouse any way we can. And again, we're also ready for jury trials. We got a process in place to make sure those people entering the building are safe. So, I mean, it's a litany of things I've done. I'm also, it's a third matter, I'm also chairman of the Building Commission, Judicial Building Commission, which is charged with finding a new structure for a civil district court. And I've been in that position since 2018. So I wear 3 hats in the court. And I forgot the last part of your question. What was it? Which was the tough part?
The last part was, do you believe you have exhibited judicial temperament in your tenure as judge?
Absolutely. I'm a very serious judge. I'm prepared always for every hearing, and the lawyers respect that. The lawyers don't have to argue for 30 minutes in my court. I ask poignant questions. I review every document and read everything myself. I make my decisions in my court, and I write my own reasons. But I listen to the lawyers. Everyone who comes in my court, no matter if they're a rich businessman or a poor individual who can't afford a lawyer, they're all treated the same way. Access to justice, equal justice, impartiality, and fairness, and most of all, efficiency.
Thank you. And Ms. Medley, this question is for you. With your experience in civil district court, how many jury and judge trials have you tried?
In civil district court, over 18 years, it's probably been about 4 to 6 years that I have not been in civil litigation. I've been general counsel. So I would say, I think I've had 2 in civil district court. I would have to go back through my file from the Attorney General's office. I have had my most recent jury trial, though, in federal court was just I think that was in 2017, was the Rufus Johnson matter. I actually have another jury trial in federal court set, they've reset it again to 2021. So just in that court alone, but I've practiced in like a 6-parish region. So totally probably 10 to 15 over an 18-year period.
Okay, thank you. And why do you believe the people should elect you?
I believe that currently Division F is lacking in judicial temperament. Everyone is not treated fairly. And, I get calls every day right now concerning that. And, there's a common grace that needs to be exhibited when you deal with litigants, no matter where they come from, no matter how much money they have. If they're a woman, that there are certain things that you don't say. And that kind of grace can exist in a courtroom at the same time that you follow the law. And it can be very demeaning for young lawyers to have to go through that. It's damaging to their careers when they have to go through certain embarrassing moments in court as they do now.
Okay, thank you. And this question is for Mr. Bruno. Why do you feel the people should re-elect you?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Why do you believe people should re-elect you as judge?
Well, that would be the same answer I gave initially. And all due respect, I know the rules say that you shouldn't, we're not debating, but I have to point out, it's only fair. Ms. Medley has made these statements about me, my disposition, and has actually made a statement of me bullying women. And I find it remarkable that Ms. Medley has never argued a motion in my court. And the good thing about my job is it's a court of record. And there are many, many records that you can go through. She's never been in my court, never argued a motion, never tried a case. So I know that people should elect me because, again, as I outlined before, I have done my job. I took an oath to treat everyone fairly and impartially. And you know what else? I am a doer, not a talker. I don't make allegations and statements against people. We're running a clean campaign based upon experience and temperament. And I know that I had that because I've done it for 11 years. And all you have to do is go and see how lawyers feel about me. Look at my website, the number of lawyers that support my work, number of females that support my work, the number of community leaders that support my work. You don't have to wait in Judge Bruno's court. You get your trial dates within 6 months. You have rules every single week to allow people access. You have a judge that's always prepared and ready to answer any question, any difficult question that's posed by a lawyer in a pleading. And additionally, you have a judge who's running a court and ensuring that those entering the courthouse are safe from COVID-19. And we are continuing to evolve and figure out ways to make sure we're all safe, including visitors, litigants, lawyers, anyone who may enter the courthouse. And I will continue to do that. And I know I can do it because I've done it for the past 11 years.
Thank you. And Ms. Medley, why are you seeking to unseat an incumbent of more than 11 years experience?
Some of that'll go almost to where maybe there needs to be term limits. But you know, when qualifying began, it wasn't that seat. You know, after looking at my 5 years of juvenile court ad hoc experience, my desire was to go to the civil court bench because I've been a civil litigator for this whole amount of time. When I looked at everything and mapped everything out, there was the one seat that got full. I looked down it, and as I said before, you know, and Judge Bruno is correct, there are transcripts, many transcripts, and I looked at that and got feedback from the community and made my decision on Division F because the community needs better. Our community as a whole needs to be treated, women need to be treated better.
Thank you. And Mr. Bruno, why do you believe you have received opposition?
It's not my decision. It's not my concern why I received opposition. I don't involve myself in that kind of matter. All I know is I proved myself as a judge. Anybody who wants to run can run. It's my philosophy. I seem to be the only one getting opposition. This is my third run, my third time in this seat. And I've had opposition every time, and I've won every time. And I've won big. And I've won big because I do my job. People respect me. They know that I'll do my job. I don't play politics. I don't do anything that's not correct. I don't let anyone control me. Businessmen can't control me and will not run my court. Lawyers will not control me and run my court. Litigants will not control me and run my court. I am independent. I can say this. I don't need this job. I love this job. And I love the way the law works. I have a passion for it, and I will continue to do so until which time I'm no longer a judge.
Thank you, sir. And Ms. Medley, my last question. What skills do you possess that qualifies you to preside over this?
It's a civil court seat. You know, like I said before, the 6 years I spent with the State Attorney General's office, I handled anything from workers' compensation claims, slip and falls in the Superdome, representing state agencies, state employees, federal litigation, the whole gamut. I've been general counsel in local health care now for a few years. You know, I live in the city. I live in Lake Kenilworth in New Orleans East. I've been here since Hurricane Katrina. I know the people. I know what the people need. I know the needs of all the people, and I know how to treat people. And that's what they need in that court, and that's what I can provide. I have the judicial temperament to be able to do that.
Thank you. And that concludes my questions for both of you. So thank you, Ms. Medley, and thank you, Mr. Bruno.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
So we do have, no, sirs and ma'am, we do have, that was all of Brandon's questions. We do have some questions. They were specific to the both of you, but now we do have a few questions that are for both of you. And so if you would answer first, Mr. Bruno, and then Ms. Medley, have you ever been disciplined by the bar, arrested, or owed child support?
Disciplined, arrested, no.
Ms. Medley?
None of those. I don't believe the judge answered all the questions, but no, I've never been disciplined by the bar, arrested, or owed any kind of child support.
For clarification, Mr. Bruno, the third question, part of the question was, do you owe any child support?
No.
Okay, second question. Specifically, what have you done in the last year that has been a contribution to the city's efforts for the advancement of your community? Mr. Bruno?
Oh, is that to her or to me?
That's for both of you, but you're first.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
For the past year, well, I've been doing it for the past 11 years, working in the community. I am dedicated to the senior citizens of this city. I'm on the board of Mercy Endeavor Senior Activity Center, and I was instrumental in getting a new building built for our seniors. That building is on Jackson Avenue, and I've been there since 2009. In addition, as a judge, in order to help people in this city, you have to be able to move your docket. You have to be a chief judge who recognizes that everyone should have access to justice. And so I have done community work. I donate regularly to charities. Whenever someone asks, I give. I am there for people in my judgeship. I'm there for people when I'm not wearing my robe. And that's how I'll continue to be.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Miss Medley.
In the past couple years, pulling from my experience at, with the youth of New Orleans, my cousin and I started the Jet Life Grind Academy to try to give youth a different skill outside of just the option of going to college. We've been getting that off the ground. It teaches young people, the behind the scenes skills from music, like production. Most young people, they think about just the rappers, but they don't know what goes into making the album. So the production, the video, photo, all of those skills that young people can use that they don't need a college degree. I've been pushing a lot of skills and trades in the past couple of years because I feel like it's critical for our youth and the community as a whole. I don't know why we don't have it in Orleans Parish anymore, why they have to go to Jefferson Parish to get things like that. But I've been trying to see what we need to do to get skills and trades back into our parish, into our community. So we took it upon ourselves to start our own Jet Life Grind Academy.
Appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Dawn.
Thank you. So are those all the questions, moderators?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you all for participating with the voters east of the Industrial Canal. Thank you very much and good luck in your campaign.